Hello and welcome back to the Lilani Grace podcast. Today I have a guest that we've actually recorded before, but the podcast didn't quite work out. So we are doing a re-record. Her name is Veronica. She is a mother, she's a chiropractor, and she is an online business owner. So welcome, Veronica.
Thanks for having me again.
I know. I'm so excited to have this conversation with you again because last time was really good.
Yeah.
So now we'll just have to do it again and make it even better, I guess.
Exactly.
So yesterday I did my podcast with Lisa and it just got me so fired up to really launch into this podcast this year. And I have a whole lineup of guests now and I'm just so excited.
You are on fire. I just love the momentum. You're just right into the new year.
Yes. And you're on fire too. I saw your post the other day about making 100 grand last year. Look at you go.
I know, right? I'm still on cloud 9.
No kidding. That is goals. Yes, please sign me up.
Right. Thank you.
So how long have you been in the online business?
Yeah. So I've been in the online space since my daughter's 4 and I started about 5 months after her. So about 3.5 years now.
Wow. And so you're a chiropractor and then you got into coaching, correct?
Actually, the other way around. So I started my coaching business. So, and I should say, I said 3.5 years. I was in network marketing when I was fresh out of college. So that was in 2018. So I've been in the online space, I should say, for almost 8 years now.
Yeah.
But I pivoted into coaching in 2019. 2020. Oh, so yeah, it's been a journey.
No kidding. I know I've done all the network marketing things. I've done, what did I start with? Mary Kay was my first one because that was popular back in the day. I think it was 20 when I did that. And then I did Tupperware and It Works and Lavelle and all the things. And I swore I would never get into anything like that ever again.
Me too.
I mean, but to be fair, the business we're in now is nothing like those. At all.
It's true. It is true. I know for a long time I was I said I would never do it again. And now I'm I truly believe that this model we have is what I had been looking for my whole life.
Right? Exactly.
All the things I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah. There was parts of the network marketing that I enjoyed. It's that low ticket item selling that sucked because you just didn't make any money with it. There's some girls that made it big, but they were hustling so hard. But with this, doing high ticket sales, it's one sale and you're oh, that's more than I made in a week doing my other job.
Exactly. It's just much more rewarding, I think.
Yes.
And then that's only a part of it, right? There's that's only the smallest part, I feel of the whole strategy and structure we have.
Right.
But it is really nice to be I just grinded for a sale and it actually was worth it instead of oh, I made $13 and then the month starts over again next month. So I gotta go climb my way back up again.
Yes, that's the other thing with network marketing. It's always every month is a reset and you have to make so many sales every month. You have to put so much work into the business. And with the one we're in now, there's no deranking. So you reach a rank and you're there to stay. Well, you're there to move up.
Right. Yeah. We're not staying. But yes, I love that. That's awesome.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about your chiropractor background.
Yeah. So like I said, I started my coaching business when I was still in chiropractic school. I kind of pivoted because I was almost trying to build a network marketing a network marketing company in chiropractic school. And then I just really loved mentoring women. And so that's what I feel I kind of what you were saying. I didn't love the payment structure of network marketing, but I loved the mentorship and the coaching and the guidance. And I had essentially figured out how to do all the things in school, right? People started asking questions how are you raising a baby and still showing up online and all these things. And so that's kind of what I pivoted into is I actually started with time management, wellness, health, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of morphed into business. And so I was doing that while I was in chiropractic school. And so I graduated chiropractic school thinking I've had a business for 3 years. This can be easy peasy. And I did find out that owning a brick and mortar is way.
Oh my gosh.
It's so different.
I can't
because
even
now
imagine.
You don't only have that, you have the skill of, becoming a chiropractor, and I specialize in nervous system focused care. And so I'm constantly staying up to date on those trainings. And then now you have a business that you're running and now you're having to find patients and now you have an overhead. Don't forget, you're also paying to work. So it's just a different ball game. I absolutely love what I do as a chiropractor, but as I was in that first year of owning my own practice, I realized that I was going to hit a ceiling pretty quickly. mean, there's only so much time, and
Yeah.
I refuse to work full time. Well, I have 2 kids that are 4 and under, so that's kinda how I found, high ticket affiliate marketing, and now I feel like I am almost a better chiropractor. Like, I can show up and know that I have this, like, safety net in the background, and I
Oh,
also
yeah.
can, like right? Like, I can also reinvest in the business whenever we grow. Like, I have plans to,
Mhm.
like, get a bigger office and all this stuff, and I was like, "When am I gonna get paid? When is it gonna stay in my pocket?"
Yeah.
And so it's just nice to have that with high ticket affiliate marketing.
Well, and also the fact that you don't have to put so much time into this business, whereas your coaching business probably had you working
Oh my
tons of hours
gosh.
on top of your chiropractic hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, last year, I remember I hit a $30,000 month between my coaching and chiropractic, and it was, like, so exciting, but then I was, like, slammed with patients, and then I was, like, onboarding clients, and I was like, "My head might pop off."
No
No. It
kidding.
was just yeah, it was, like, to see the financial provision and then knowing that I have, like, bills to pay in my office again the next month, and then all the things. So it was like I finally had made it, and then I was like, "Wait, I don't like it here. Like, what do I
You're probably
do?"
just exhausted and overwhelmed
Yes. My
and
gosh.
yeah. So, how did you discover this new business?
Yeah, so I had a coach who was posting about it, and like I said, well, I had actually just decided that I was, like, I had figured out the perfect, like, coaching container that I was gonna make where I was, like, kind of hands off, but, like, as much service as I could without, like, exerting myself. I
Yeah.
built this whole offer suite, essentially. And she started posting about it, and I was like, "Nope, don't look." Like, shiny object syndrome. I just decided I'm gonna commit to this. And she just kept posting about it, and I was like, "Okay, what gives? Like, tell me what the heck this is." And then I got on the 20-minute call, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." Like I said earlier, like, this was what I really had been trying to build, right? It's like
Yeah.
the being able to help people make money and literally put money in their pocket. Like, I used to always be like, if I could just give people a way to make money, like, just literally
Right?
just give them a couple bucks, I feel like they would just feel more confident and they would you know what I mean? Like and
Yeah.
so I went through the presentation. You'll have to, if you're listening, you'll have to go through it to really get the in-depth of it. I now host the calls, part of the call, so, like, you can
And she's
come hang out with me.
amazing.
Thanks, thanks. But literally in that presentation, I was like, it hits everything that I was essentially hustling my little booty off to try and make
Mhm.
myself. Like in every like the legacy bonus, right? Like willing it to your kids. Like
It's
there
huge.
was just so much that I was like, this is exactly what I've been working towards.
Yeah.
Most of the work is done for me. Are you kidding me? Like, sign me up. So I basically that same day was like, well, I went up to my husband. I was like, I'm so not sorry. Like, sorry, not sorry, but like, I'm pivoting again. Only this time, like, for real.
For
This is
real.
it. This
This
is the
is
thing.
the one.
Yeah.
And what were his feelings on the whole
Oh
thing?
gosh, he was like he shut it right down, and he was like, "Please no, like for the love of God,
Not
no." And
another
I was
thing.
like, "I know, I get it. Like I've done this so many times." But he just like I just was like, "I'm sorry, but I'm not taking." Like it's gonna be like, how do we figure this out? Or like that's really the only option that I'm giving him. And so he was a little he was like fine. Like he finally was like, "It sounds like you're gonna do it, and
Yeah.
I hope you're right. Like I really hope you're right." And then he started to see the checks come in, and he's like, "Okay, like."
Yeah. Now there's
This is
proof.
different. Yeah. So
So,
that was a really good feeling.
how is he feeling about it now?
He doesn't yet have his own account, but he's gonna sign up for his account as well. So
That's so
he's getting ready to
exciting.
dip his toes into it too. So yeah, he's full circle conversion now.
Yeah, that seems to be a very common thing within our team. So many
Yeah,
women see the potential of it. Their spouse is very hesitant. They jump on board, and then the husband starts seeing the proof, and then they join the business too. Because, like, why wouldn't you? Like,
right.
you're
I
you're
mean,
you're basically printing money with this business.
literally, just like well, and like the day after Christmas, we had gone like a week without checking our mail, and I opened up the mail to 17 checks.
Oh
He's
my
like,
gosh.
and I'm like, literally, like I took that whole week off
Yeah.
and came back to 17 checks, and I'm like, this is nice.
See, you're making money doing literally nothing. And that's the
Yeah,
thing. Like, you host some of the calls, but you can still take time off of that and still bring in the money.
exactly.
And see, so you're actually choosing to put more time into this than a lot of people do because a lot of people don't host their own calls.
Right.
So you're putting in that extra work. And it's so cool the way our team works because there are people that are really good at those. So that's what they do. And then there's other people that are really good at this thing over here. So that's what they do. And so you can kind of come into the team, find your slot wherever it may be, and just slide right in. And then you get help with everything else.
Literally. Yeah, it's like you get to maximize on your strength
Mm-hmm.
while literally getting the support you need delegated out to the rest of the team. Like I've
Yeah.
never seen such great like this, and I actually like talk about this in one of the like onboarding processes I made. It's like name me another business where you're getting paid $500 to $2,000 a sale, and then someone else is pretty much working for you for like not free, right? But like
Right?
for free, you have your own staff, and
Yeah.
like as someone who like runs payroll in my office, I'm like I could like it just is mind blowing that more people don't just see how amazing it is to step into a business and have your talent shine and then
Mm-hmm.
literally delegate the rest. Like I've been operating where my talents would shine, but also be dimmed because I'm trying to like spend so much time and energy doing everything all the time, right?
Everything. Yeah.
And so yeah, it's just so cool.
Yeah, I don't think I could do the calls. It's funny because I love talking. I like this podcasting thing. Like my soul is on fire doing this. But to hop on a call and talk live to like some of these calls have like 60 people on them. No, thank you. Like having one, maybe two guests on at one time talking to them, that's cool. It's like I'm sitting in my living room having a conversation. I like that. But to like public speak in front of so many people, I don't know. It's so different for me. Because again, like I'll get on YouTube, I'll get on Instagram, have thousands of views. And that doesn't bother me because when I'm
Yeah.
making the content, nobody's watching.
Right. I love it. But I mean, like, there's people who think that about you too, right? Like, she has your own podcast. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that's so cool that exactly kind of what we were just talking about. Like, you get to shine here, and it still is such a, like, you are providing so much value to our team. Like, doing this to highlight, it's so cool. So it's just like, but you don't have to do the calls, right? Because someone else has
Yeah.
got that covered. It's like in other opportunities, you're usually having to do the calls and the podcast and
Yeah.
all the things. But like, you have decided to go off and make your own podcast for the team, really. And like, so I think that's really awesome. I don't have the capacity to do that, so the fact that you get to do it for us is like so cool. We get to it's teamwork at its finest.
Exactly. Yeah. And you get to take advantage of all of it. And everyone's like so happy to be doing what they're doing. Like we have a girl on our team who does the majority of the paperwork for the team. Like I don't want to touch paperwork at all. No, thank
girl.
you. Like that is not my jam. So I
Mhm.
get to just slide in, do my little thing. And like, I love it so much, especially now that I'm getting into the podcast more. I'm just like, this is what I was meant to do. And it's
That's
just
so
like,
amazing.
I'm so excited.
I love that so much. And that's why, like, this business also just creates so much expansion because for
Mhm.
a long time I was in my coaching and I love supporting clients, but I just felt like I had to take the good with the bad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I almost settled. Like, I was like, well, there's nothing out there better than this. So I
Right?
better, like, muscle through and make it work. And then you get into a room where you're like, I love what I do in both my office now and in with this company. And like I will never settle in any other area of my life now. Like I feel like my whole
No.
life has changed because I'm like I can make just the whole concept of this whole business. It's like it expanded the way I just see life in general, and I'm never going back. And that's the cool thing too.
Yeah, totally. Okay. I have some more questions. I just got to pull them up. Oh, yeah. This is my favorite. What is something that the business has taught you about yourself?
Yeah. I feel like kind of like going off of what we were just talking about with that expansion of just like not settling, I have almost settled into who I've always wanted to be
Mm-hmm.
because, like we talked about, it's like I'm not spending so much time and energy like with guesswork, first of all. You know how much
Yeah.
guesswork I spent in the last like 10 years of being like, what do I do today? What do
Yeah.
I even do today? Just like coming into a space and knowing exactly what I need to do, exactly how I need to succeed, exactly
Mhm.
how I can support, and then doing the things that I love to do. I just like coming up and posting content these days. Like, I just feel like every part of my life is winning now because I just don't feel like I'm settling anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that has showed me that I'm capable of even more than I even like realized.
Right?
I literally I remember someone was like, "What else are you gonna do today?" And I was like, "Conquer the freaking world!" Like I don't know, like let's do it. Like I just have such a fire behind everything I'm doing now, whether that's a
Yeah.
workout or meal prepping or like just
Yeah.
like in all areas. It's like I just have a fire for life again, and that's been really fun.
I know. I feel like everyone has like this ideal version of themselves, and most people feel like they can never attain it. But when you
Mm.
have a vehicle like what we have, it just allows you to reach that ideal person because again, you're not putting tons of time into this. Well, you're putting as much time as you want into this business, but it allows you to actually go and reach for the other things that you're wanting out of your life.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
because it's like the time you are putting in is going to pay off.
oh,
No matter,
totally.
you know what I mean? Like there were so many hours I put in coaching. I would work like, what, 40, 50 hours a week, and like 30 of it was for nothing. You know what I mean? Like it was just me trying to figure out trends or like second guess what I was talking about. You know, like there's just so much of it that I now look back and I'm like, that wasn't even productive. Like what was I even
Right?
doing? Right. And so now it's like I know when I know that I know that I know that what I'm working on is going to return back to me. And that is just such a good feeling.
Yeah, that was like me when I started YouTube when I was doing beauty tutorials. Like I loved doing that, but there was no financial gain for me. I never made it to a
Mm,
spot where I was making any income with it. Like, yeah,
yeah.
I got kind of like influencer status online and I got invited to events and stuff like that, but I never made a penny off of that.
Well,
So this is kind of giving me a platform again to do what I love to do, but then also bring in that money.
yes. Yes, that makes such a big difference. I was talking to someone because even in my office, like we were kind of struggling last year to like make ends meet. We're in the
Mhm.
first year of office, which they say is pretty common. But it's literally recently, we're just like exploding in the office too. And it's because I just feel like your momentum just starts to take off.
Mm.
And someone in the office the other day was like, you know, one of my family members was like, well, it's not about the money. I'm like, actually, it is.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
it is.
sorry, but it is because I am just finding it's just when you get that value exchange back, you just like want to put more out there, right? And so,
Mhm.
and then you get more back, right? It's like, like working as someone who worked basically for free for the last like 10 years. It is absolutely about the money, and not because I'm chasing money, but because it is so nice to get that value exchange back for the efforts and work you're putting out
Mhm.
there.
Plus, just the comfort of having money, like, not
Right.
worrying about bills, not stressing about what next month's going to look like because you can't cover the bills. Money brings comfort. It just
Mm,
does.
it does.
So, yeah, I don't know what to say. It is about the money. It
Yeah,
is.
it is. Yeah, like when I'm not sitting there, because that's such a good point. We've had a couple of bills pop up that I either like forgot about or just like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. And there's just like no sweat off my back, right? Like that used to keep me up at night because I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
well, I got to transfer money, you know, like, and now it's like, okay, like there's more coming.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Oh, I'll just check the mailbox tomorrow. It's fine.
Right. Yeah. What else you got out there? Yeah.
Another thing that I love about this business is the free education that we're getting. Like,
Mm,
there's so much, like, we have a school community. We go on there and there's like so much that we can learn, as well as like weekly group calls. Like, there's always a way to learn.
mm,
And that is such a huge value that we're not even paying for.
right.
Like,
Yeah. I
that's
mean,
crazy.
I think about that all the time because I invested tens of thousands of dollars in coaching and mentorship in that like 10-year journey of just different things, and the fact that like I just think about how different it would have been if I had started here. Now I know, you know,
Mhm.
everything happens for a reason and timing is divine. I'm just like, man, like when I hear people who are either just getting started in the online space or wanting to figure out a new way to make money, I'm like, literally, why would you go anywhere else? Because like
Yeah.
I feel like the skills you learn here are things you're going to learn in any business, right? Every business, you need to figure out where your clients are. You need to figure out who you're talking to and how to
Mhm.
convert them and all that stuff. Why would you not do it here where you're basically being paid to learn how to do those things, right? Like it's
Yeah.
just such a cool opportunity.
Yeah. And I'm sure all the stuff that you learned in your coaching business has been invaluable to what you're doing now.
For sure. Yeah, I do feel like I almost feel like I fully appreciate this because of the journey I went through,
Yeah.
you know? But I'm like, I could have skipped a few detours, would have been nice, but
Right?
here we are, and that's okay.
Yeah, I know. It's funny when someone comes into this business and they haven't done anything like in the online space or they haven't done their own business before. And it's just like, wow, you got it good with this being your first thing.
Right?
Like, we've all put in the blood, sweat, and tears for all these other things and got nothing from it except for
Mm,
life experience and lessons and whatever. But
right.
yeah, other people come into it and it's like, it's already set up for you. You just have to talk about it. Like, that's
Yeah.
literally all you have to do is talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
So I guess I mean I hope if you know if the other team members are listening to this like in a weird way, I'm glad I didn't because I do have that like conviction and fire for this company because of how much like that. But maybe just like take our word for it. Like
Yeah,
actually, you know what I
exactly.
mean? Like
We know
don't
what we're
do what
talking
we
about.
did. Yes, yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this question's funny because we just talked about all our struggles, and the question is, what has been your biggest struggle with this business? But I feel like there isn't really a whole lot to struggle with in this business.
I know. Well, so I do feel like my biggest struggle was figuring out how to receive because
That's
the
good.
amount, you know what I mean? Like, I'm super glad that that's a struggle because, like, what
Yeah,
the
right.
heck, you know? But it was kind of almost uncomfortable to be like, I feel like I'm not doing enough for this to come. And
Right?
so, yeah, it's like you have to almost like prime and prep and just be aware of your nervous system to be able to hold what is going to come to you because
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. It's like between the schooling we were just talking about and the strategy and like and the commissions itself, right? The company, like all the things. You're gonna make money. Like that's just it's almost like a given, right?
Yeah.
Not a guarantee. You got to put in the effort, but
Yeah.
it's almost you'd almost have to work against yourself to not make money here. Just knowing that like money is gonna come through this vehicle, and you need to kind of do the work to be able to hold it. Because for a second there, I was like, oh my, I'm kind of uncomfortable. I feel like maybe I should work harder. I feel like I should, and I almost did. Like I actually kind of did. I started like doing these crazy strategies again. I'm like, literally, why am I doing this? Like, I don't have to do this. And so just like catching that like need to almost like match the energy coming to you.
Mm-hmm.
You do want to do that, but like not in a way that feels pressure filled and feels like
Yeah.
lack filled, but instead like embodying the abundance that's coming and then using that energy to pour into other areas of your life.
I think so many of us get in this mindset that we have to work so hard for our money because
Mm,
that's what we've done in the past, or we've worked so hard and not made money, which is even a worse feeling. So when you come into something like this and you're like, oh, I've got to grind like so hard, and then you kind of have to let go of that feeling. It's like, oh, no, I don't have to work that
mm,
hard. Like
mm-hmm,
even when I started, I just felt like I was pushing the business on social media so much that I was
mm-hmm,
like losing myself a little bit. I'm like, no, back it up. I'm like I'm in the online space to show who I am.
mm,
And I'm not here to just push business. And I had to like
mm-hmm,
take a step back. I'm like, yeah, start sharing the content that you enjoy sharing, build that community, and talk about the business a little bit. Because those
mm-hmm,
people that are aligned with you are going to want to ask about the business because of the other content that you've put out, and they feel like they connect with you as a person. So
mm,
I've really had to just in the last couple of weeks like reevaluate myself and been like, okay, no, go back to posting what you like to do
mm,
because those people are going to follow you and they're going to
mm-hmm.
align with you and they're going to want to know what you're doing.
Exactly. And I think that's almost like part of the benefit of the business, right? Is you have to figure out what you like, who you
Hmm.
are, right? That has been my journey too, is finding my voice again and realizing that like I freaking love myself. Like I would hang out with me, okay?
Yes.
You know? But I just feel like I'm like getting teary eyed at saying that out loud. I don't
Aw.
know. But just like realizing that how much you were like buried under the debt and the pressure and the weight and the work and like all that. And then once
Hmm.
that starts to come undone, you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm like finding me again. And
Yeah.
then getting like at first I felt like that was almost scary. Maybe another struggle, right? That was almost scary to be like, what if I put like this is who I am? If you don't like that, like you don't like who I you know what I mean? Like before, if you didn't like a content or post, it was like, it's fine. It was fluff anyway, right? But
Yeah.
this is who I am. And like, but also like, that is such a, like, I have not even, I'm sure I'm going to get hate eventually, right? But I have seen so many people resonate. And like, that's been a really cool feeling to be like, oh, like, these are my true unfiltered thoughts.
Hmm.
And people like love that and they're resonating with it. I'm finding friends
Yeah.
in that.
I know. I've been loving your content. You've gotten like deep and real on a lot of things. I brought this post up last time we talked too. There was a post that you were talking to your mom about how you're going to pay off your debt in the next year or whatever it was. And she's like, "Well, I hope that's God's will for you." And you're like, "No. The God of the universe does not, it's not in his will for me to be broke. It's not in his will for me to be stressed and like have this burden on me. So, yeah, that's already his will. I just need to align myself to his will and I'm going to pay off this debt." Like,
Yeah.
that was such a cool, like, it hit me so hard. I'm like, yes, like, that is such a good way to see it. Like, God does not want us to be broken and in despair and like, he doesn't want us to struggle.
Mm,
And so this business has given us all the vehicle to not be in that place anymore. So
yeah.
how would that not align with God's will?
Exactly. Like I just can't picture God, designing you to be like, "Yep, I want her to like go without for a little bit." When like I always go back to like we are not better than God as parents, right? And
Yeah.
I could never see my daughter and be like, no, you need to struggle a little longer and then I'll give you." Right? Like never do that. And so yeah, I do feel like even being a part of this business, I had a huge spiritual shift because I realized how much I was like begging and pleading for, the pressure to go
Yes.
away. And
Same.
I found out I was the one creating it. Like, what?
Right?
What in the world? And so, yeah, that has also been really cool to just like almost like feel a little bit more connected to God and,
Mhm.
how like the laws of the universe, like, yeah, and step into alignment with that and come into agreement. And now I
Mhm.
feel like I was actually just thinking this the other day because I was like, I used to hear that saying like more money, more problems, and I'd be like, well, my problems will go away. So like, what, But it's like since money has been coming my direction, I actually do have a lot more decisions to make in
Mhm.
real time. Like I almost feel like I do have more problems, quote unquote, but I have the capacity and expansion to address it because I understand that everything's still working out for my greatest good and for God's glory, right? So I feel like I've understood that to the core of my being these days, and all you have to do is walk in it, right?
Mhm.
And then, you'll get the divine wisdom and guidance and courage to face everything else. And so yeah, I feel like even the way I approach problems in life is just like, okay, how is this going to work out for me? Because let's go.
Yeah,
So,
it's not really more money, more problems. It's more money, more responsibility. So if you frame
yeah.
it that way, it's a whole new ball game.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, people that say stuff like more money, more problems, that's a that's a that's not the mindset you want to be in, right?
Mhm.
And part of this too, like coming into this business has had me realizing that I've been in a victim mentality for so long
Mm.
too. Like I've been dealing with these back issues for years. And so I thought, well, I can't do anything. Woe is me. I'm suffering.
Mm.
Like, what am I supposed to do? I can't physically get out of bed. I can't go get a job. I can't. And it's like,
Mm.
no, like there is something that I can be doing. I'm watching Lisa kill this on her phone. That's literally her one tool. I can lay in bed and use my phone. Like if I'm suffering on a day that I can't get out of bed, I'm still on my phone all day. I can post from my bed. Thank
Mm.
goodness now I started new meds a couple weeks ago and my back
Yeah.
has been doing amazing. But
Yay.
I also feel like I wouldn't have even pursued those meds in the first place if I wasn't opening myself up to more opportunity to begin with.
Mm.
I've just had such a mindset shift since starting this business.
Mm.
And like that to me is invaluable in itself. Like there's
Yeah.
just so much more that comes with this business than just money.
Mhm.
It's just crazy. And the
Yeah.
community too, meeting you, meeting Lisa, meeting like I went for coffee with Alex and Casey the other day and I was like, this is awesome. I've been missing community in my life because again, poor me, I'm stuck in bed. I can't visit anyone. And it's just like, no, like go out there and live your life. And
Mm.
yeah, so my mindset has just completely changed.
Yeah. No, it makes I mean, I just started a book recently called Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And in that, it's kind of like the science of meditation and neuroscience and all this stuff. It's super nerdy. Just
Okay.
like heads
Love
up.
that. Love a
Yes.
super nerdy book.
All right. There's some pretty crazy spiritual concepts in there too. But essentially, he talks about how, there's like manifestation, there's prayer, and there's all these things. And it's really been profound for me because he basically said that prayer and manifestation, whatever you believe, the way you want to call it, is essentially coming into agreement with a reality that already exists. And it has really shifted my perspective to realize that, there's a lot of weird, I don't know, people have their opinions about what that means, but really
Mhm.
we're all doing it every day. We're manifesting every day.
Yeah.
Whether we are hoping for the worst or not hoping, but like looking for the worst in
Yeah.
things. Nobody hopes for the worst, but like expecting is what I meant to say. Expecting the worst or, living in the same routines every day. Like when we want to live differently, it's like
Mhm.
we are not even open to the concept of a different life because we're kind of creating it as we go to be the
Mhm.
same, right? And so yeah, I absolutely agree. It's like when you've been in this space for so long, you almost partner with it and come into agreement with it, and then it
Yeah.
feels so hard to get out of, but it just takes one decision, like one opportunity like this, right? To
Mhm.
show you, wait, have I been doing things the wrong way this whole time? And is there a better
Yeah.
way to do things? And so yeah, I think just like you said, that alone is priceless,
Mhm.
right? But then you also get paid too. So I
Yeah.
think that's also nice.
It's about the money.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah, I found like even in my prayer life, I've been less about asking God for things
Mm,
and more about thanking him for the things to come, which
yeah.
is
Yeah.
a really cool mindset shift as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to sit here and be like, oh God, please, can you heal me? Oh God, please, can you send me money? Oh God, please. It's like, no, thank you for the abundance in my life. Thank
Yeah.
you for my health. Thank
Mm.
you for all the things that are to come in my future.
Mm.
And that alone just makes you more positive throughout the day as well, because you're
Mm-hmm.
not focusing on what you're lacking. You're focusing on what good
Exactly.
things are coming.
Exactly. I mean, that's like biblical. It literally says
Mm-hmm.
when you pray to your father, walk as if it already exists. Like that's
Yep.
neuroscience, right? And that's
Yep.
also quantum physics, right? It's just,
Yep.
I'm seeing all the pieces come together because there's a side of the spiritual world that I'm just kind of walking into that I was kind of afraid of for a while. But it literally just explains everything you just said, right? It's
Yep.
simply when you are thankful for what hasn't happened or what has happened, you are literally changing your biology,
Yeah.
right? And you are partnering with the God of the
Yep.
universe. That's all he wants for us.
Yeah.
And
And God
so,
also says power is in your tongue.
mm,
Like, it's literally in the Bible. Like,
mhm,
your words can bring life and they can bring death.
mm,
Like, God doesn't put stuff in the Bible for no reason.
mm.
So, yeah, the
Yeah,
mindset
it's good.
shift, like, and this is stuff that I've known for forever, but just never implemented into my life, right? I mean, there's been
Mhm,
moments here and there that I'll like dabble in it, and it's like, but then you always go back to, oh, well, my life sucks and this and that.
mm,
And it's just like, you end up getting stuck in these like pits of despair, and that's not
mhm,
a good place to be. So,
mhm.
I'm excited for what's to come for sure. Like
Yeah.
2026 is going to be a killer year.
Oh, girl, that already is.
I
Like,
know,
what in the
right? We're a
world?
week in and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, right? What else? I'm so excited.
Yeah. If it's this good a weekend, wait for a month.
Oh my gosh. Listen. We're about to take off. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Yeah. If last year was a 100K year, what's the end of this year going to look like?
I was talking to my husband and I was like, we had our first 6 and I cried. I won't lie, I bawled like a baby because I had, like I said, I burned a lot of things down. And so I actually didn't even realize it happened. I had to go back and crunch the numbers and I had to like
Wow.
open up the different coaching accounts and I was like, oh my, I like called my husband while he was at work. He's like, luckily he loves me. But I literally called him and was like, guess what? Like I've had that as a goal for so long.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, well, we're just going to have to turn that 6 into a 7. He was like, you didn't even notice. Like, sure,
Yes.
let's do it, you know? So yeah, that we'll just see what happens. But I am like, how hard can it be? Let's just do it.
Exactly.
You know?
Let's just do it. I love that. I feel like we've covered a lot so far. So maybe let's wrap this up. Last time we talked a little bit more about your chiropractor business and what
Oh, yeah.
like what you specialize in. That was really interesting. So tell us a little bit more about your practice.
Yeah. So I essentially am a PX doc. And so that's pediatric experience. I'm certified through them. But in school, I had learned, I think, 5 or 6 different techniques. I don't necessarily use one specific technique. We're very different than most chiropractors, where we just focus on the nervous system. So we have insight scans in our office where we objectively measure just how your nervous system is dealing and coping and avoiding stress. And once we get that picture, I get to partner with the symptoms that you're having. I get to kind of look at your scans and I get to essentially give you custom care to that. And the cool thing is that we see things like anxiety and depression and behavior and all these things that you wouldn't necessarily think about going to the chiropractor for.
Yeah.
And people leave feeling just so much better. They feel much more regulated. And I always like to say, like, if you don't start care here, if you don't want to change your whole entire life, because kind of like what we do here in expand people and show them a new way. And I get to do that in the office too by expanding their health and showing them a new way. And just an example, I had a new patient who was like, he put like, don't feel pain anymore. And I was like, sir, we're going to get that done by next week. Like, what else are we going to be able to do? And he had said like, I just want to be able to not feel so explosive anymore. Like, I just can't even picture a life where I don't feel like everything is a big deal. And I was like, I love that. He couldn't give me a goal outside of that because he was like just so stuck in that. And so I was like, well, we're going to change that. So I can't wait to like go back and see, what we have next. And so we're in the middle of that. So that's been really cool to just like almost give people a hope to experience life in a way they've never experienced before so that they can do even more things after that. So that's kind of what we do here at
I
Haven Health.
love how that ties in so well to what you're doing now too. And where are you located for those people in your area that can come find you?
Yeah, so I'm in the U.S. I'm in the States. We are in Ankeny, Iowa, right smack dab in the middle of the country. There's nothing else out here except for us. No, I'm just kidding. It's a very cute little town. But yes, Ankeny, Iowa is where you can find us. But there's also, if you are interested in, chiropractic care, the person I train under, his name is Dr. Tony. It's pediatric experience. You can go to docs and find a directory to find a chiropractor who does what we do near you, because it's kind of like a, a specialty. And once you find the doc near you, that you'll get amazing results as well.
Awesome. So where can people find you specifically online?
Yeah, so I've kind of moved everything to one account. It's just Doctor, so Veronica Schiltz. I pretty much post everything on there, so you can kind of show there. And then I
Awesome.
also do the calls for the team, right? So you can kind of message me on there too, or message whoever, and you'll probably see me on one of those calls.
Yeah. So I'll have Veronica's handle in the show notes. So if you guys are interested in this business at all, contact one of us and we will get you into a call to hear a little bit more about it. And that's it for the podcast today. Thank you so much for joining me, Veronica.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. Bye.